No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
And we are, it's getting better.
Things are getting a little better.
It's getting better.
All right.
Okay.
I got it. On.
We're live, Chris.
We are.
It's getting better.
It's exciting.
It's only 9 o'clock.
Yes.
9:01 maybe.
9:02. This is our best record in 2 weeks.
Yes, it's getting better.
Are
Now-
we live?
Yeah,
Oh. I
we're
thought you were-
live.
We're-
I'm looking at the computer thinking we aren't live.
You know, Joey doesn't say anything until he gets everything set. So he's just,
Well, this is an older computer, and it lags.
Good Sunday morning.
Well, we're here at 51 Rocky Neck. For those who don't recognize it, it looks a little different than it used to.
I'll say,
Really nice.
Way better.
brighter. So
a lot
much
brighter.
brighter. And look at the view behind us here, folks. You see, I mean, people will recognize the bar, but look at the artwork and
Artwork's
It's,
amazing.
Love the art.
and
Joe
then,
Fish is everywhere.
All right, I'm back.
and then we can go there.
No more stalling.
You're stalling. You guys don't need me. You don't need me.
Well, we've said that.
We don't need you. We want you.
Oh, baby.
At our meeting, we say that often.
That's well. I don't know
We
what you
mention
get.
those meetings.
Yeah.
We don't talk about those meetings.
God only knows what you guys say when I'm not around. It's very excited to be here at 51 Rocky Neck. Patrick Hurd very graciously invited us to come and showcase the place. You know, I begged Patrick a couple times early on. We'd love to help you out, get the word out about the place. Patrick being such a professional, he wanted to make sure that he had his staff ready to go, trained, and he wanted to present, have everything going perfectly before he had us on. So he reached out this past week, and here we are.
It's good that everybody managed to get trained and up to speed the week before Labor Day.
Yeah, well,
Do we know when they're closing? Do we have that information yet? Not for a while, right?
October,
No,
probably
yeah.
October.
well, Patrick is going to join us, so he'll give us all the deets. Where's my chat? There's my chat. I wanted to see who joined us so far. Phil Scannell, good morning. Mike Bertolino, Frank Shalino,
Hey, Frank.
Steve Conti.
Hi, guys.
Good. Thank you for sharing, guys. I appreciate that. Interesting to note that, I was going to say interesting to note that Annie Rochon had not chimed in.
But she just did.
And then boom, there she is.
I think Annie and Steve are going to have a fight today because Steve checked in first.
Oh yeah, well, every week we should have a prize between Annie and Steve. It's dead low tide right now. There's people walking around on the flats over there. But I've always said that this, I think, is the most beautiful deck in Gloucester. I don't know that you can have a debate about that.
Nope.
It is, and so then I actually personally liked the old studio. I'm friendly with Dennis Dyer, and I liked the staff there. They in the beginning they had a very rough go, but Alyssa and Allison, they kind of actually worked things out. That last couple of years, you could come here and get a meal, and it was pretty good. But we're here now, and Patrick has taken the decor definitely to the next level.
Yeah.
The accent, everything has been brightened up. Beautiful white, clean, nice linens. The staff has crisp uniforms. Looking really good.
And that outdoor thing is beautiful.
Good bartenders too.
It's a couple of times I've come, they've had in the corner right here the artist painting while you're here, which is like such a great touch for Rocky Neck. I've been right here playing there. Yeah.
She calls it something.
I don't know.
Plein air?
Platters to clean when they have the plein air artists in the restaurants.
Oh, I don't know.
Jimmy, want to grab the coffee?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gone from I don't know, what would you call it? Before it was maybe a little more fish shack. This is more like coastal chic.
Yes.
Like it's got a really, really much more polished yet still coastal restaurant vibe to it.
I came here Friday night with Madeline, and the bar scene was very fun. There was a lot of people. Not Madeline and I weren't at the bar. We were having some food, but people were having a blast at the bar. Some of the, I have said, and the first time I came here, the burger here, it's for me, it's 1A and 1B between Oak to Ember and here for best burger in the city, and that's saying a lot because I am,
That's a meteoric rise to the top of the burger charts to just
right,
open up.
coming off the top rope like that is pretty impressive, I have to say.
So I haven't been on your smash burger tear just because I don't often order a burger when I go out, but I was here a couple weeks ago and shared one, and it was delicious.
Yeah,
I was
really
very
good,
happy.
really good. How envious are we that Nicole and Chris today are going to see Chesney? It seems like anybody that was cool, I'm not in the present company of coolness, has got tickets and is going to Chesney this past weekend. I didn't realize the setup at Gillette. It's not just like where you would sit to see football. The whole field is filled with people.
Yeah.
The money generated by that concert for 3 days.
Yeah.
What's the average ticket price you think, and how many people do you think attend one of those shows?
So I think it's around 70 or 80,000 for, and so you did 3 nights. So this particular tour, he's been playing Gillette, I think, for over 10 or 15 years now. This tour brought him up to the aside from the Patriots, most tickets sold. He has sold over 1.2 million tickets at Gillette Stadium.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So tickets, what do you think the average ticket price was?
they're a lot.
Couple hundred?
Probably average.
250?
I'd
you're
say average is probably 250.
Probably 250. Yeah,
Average
if you're
250.
down in the sandbar, I mean, it's a little misleading too, because you can buy sandbar tickets, which are down right in front of the stage, kind of pit tickets with no seats, which is where we're going to be. And the tickets can be like, call it $250, $300, but then of course, Ticketmaster throws another 60% fees on top of that. So it adds up pretty quick.
So I just did the math.
Right?
I just did the math. This is fucking crazy. This is crazy. I did $250 ticket times 75,000 people times 3 days. That's $56,250,000.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And I think the artist split is this artist split usually 50-50?
With the
It
venue.
depends. It depends on the venue, and I'm not sure what I couldn't speculate. He's probably it's probably at least that.
Right? At least that.
At least that, yeah. But he's got so it's Kenny Chesney, Zach Brown Band, Megan Maroney, and Uncle Cracker. So there are 4 acts. It starts at I think 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're psyched. We're going. Jamie, of course. The Hales.
Oh my
Rob
God.
Boulay.
I'm so happy
The
for you guys.
Melisses, Becky, Bernie. Like we've got
And you did it right. You got a bus.
Yep. So there's a couple of different groups taking different vehicles. So we got chartered an SUV to take us, and then we're going to meet up. Drew and Rob and that crew and Lindsay have this I think it's like a Peterbilt or like an 18-wheeler type thing that they'll be in the RV, large truck lot. They've got like a bathroom and grills, which is great because it allows us to pack light. We're going to bring a little wheelie rack. We're going to go make our way over there and settle in.
Paul Gamber, our friend Paul Gamber, part of the GloucesterCast, will be there with 8 people as well.
Oh, all right,
nice.
Paul.
Hey, Paul.
So there's that. Nice time.
I'll get your number, Paul. We'll text you when we're in there.
Yeah, you can use Paul. You can use the shitter on Drew Hale's RV. Feel free. He told me anybody of the 75,000 that want to use the shitter on his RV, just I'll give you his cell phone number.
Put up a
Put up his
QR
phone number.
code, to take you right to the pooper.
I I figure you have connections, Chris. You can put it up on the screen.
Kate
Yeah,
said,
do it
Kate
right.
has a comment here. I close cracker sounded like he sucked down a helium balloon. What does
Uncle
that mean?
Uncle
Cracker.
Cracker.
Uncle Cracker.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not really on the top of my list of. I don't need to rush into the stadium to see Uncle Cracker.
Oh, he's the one that opened?
Yeah, I think he's first, then Megan Maroney, then Zach Brown. I think Zach Brown goes on at 5:50. Kenny goes on at 8:50.
Oh.
It's 3 hours.
And he played, he,
No,
Yeah.
6:50. I
6:50.
think it might be six. I think it's like 2 hours he plays.
did you say that Kenny Chesney played 35 songs
Played
himself?
35 songs last night. Yeah.
So, when you look at that number, $52 million, I guess he's delivering.
Oh yeah, he's delivering.
He's delivering.
Last
Zach
night he
Brown.
brought out Zach Brown to play with him. Of course, he brought out Uncle Cracker. He brought out Megan Maroney, and then Matthew, I forget his first name, the lead singer from Old Dominion, showed up and sang with him tonight. So
And you wanted to ask Kate, because Kate's with us, right? My beautiful wife, Kate, is with us right now. You wanted to ask Kate if she was excited when the guy from Old Dominion came out.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
Old Dominion, but a lot of people I think still don't really know who Old Dominion is.
They would know their songs.
Right.
Yeah.
They
for
may not
sure.
know the name.
1,000%.
They have a
So,
bunch of great songs.
Yeah, Jamie and I went down to Pennsylvania a couple weeks ago to hear Old Dominion down there, and we heard like 7 songs, and the Thunder and Lightning came when the concert was canceled, but we had a blast down there for sure. And
Oh, wow.
we're handing out hats.
Look at this. Oh, wow, Robin. Lacey, where did she come from?
But I'm out of here.
Hi, Lacey. Oh, was she just
see you guys later.
was she just here to pick up the hat?
Well, Rob may or may not have wanted to buy one of my cowboy hats, so that was a cowboy hat exchange.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Carlo Masseri was with us. There you go. Carlo had. So yeah. No, I'm not going to talk about that. Okay.
Well, I want to know.
But wait, one more thing.
Yeah, so
Quickly, I just want to make sure I don't forget. Andy Brobst will be joining us at 8:30 mark, and Patrick is going to join us momentarily from here. Go ahead, Jim.
I just want to know, can Zach Brown and Uncle Cracker, all those guys, can they really keep up with Booty? with
Big
the
Booty Vortex.
Yes.
Big Booty Vortex playing at the Cut for Schooner Festival.
What's that?
Nice.
Is that this week?
Oh, yeah.
Midweek?
Good work, Jim.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday? Are you going?
What?
I need to-
How are you
It's
going to
part
miss
of-
Big
It
Booty
could be
Vortex?
the only part of the Schooner Festival you get to see.
Am I right in thinking that you're playing the same night? Are they your competition?
No, I think we're playing Thursday.
Pat, how are you going to miss Big Booty Vortex? I thought you supported the Schooner Festival, and you're supposed to go like a dutiful minion to all
You're
of
right.
the Schooner
Well,
Fest.
Let me show how many you guys are-
Oh, are we switching?
Turn the
camera?
other way.
There it is. Carl Mondello's been waiting all morning for
Yeah,
the.
look, I make sure-
So did they donate that as a podcast prize? So no.
I'm wearing it.
Oh no, that's not a podcast.
Take it off.
This is mine.
That's not a podcast prize. So they weren't.
Mine.
So
I
in the
literally-
past,
I didn't know what Pat was just doing, and we were talking about the Big Booty Vortex, and Pat was, and I didn't get that she was showing her shirt, and I was like, "What is she doing right now?"
She was
I
twerking.
thought she was.
She's twerking.
I thought she was.
that was Pat's.
I thought she was proving that she was worthy of, being at the Big Booty Vortex.
That was Pat.
I was
That
like,
was
that
Pat's
was a
version
lot.
of her Pat to work. In the past, Michael DaCosta was generous enough to give us a Schooner Fest T-shirt as a podcast prize.
Well,
But I
this
guess
is a
we've
special
followed.
edition. They have their other ones as well.
Well, I guess
So just
they
go and,
they gave it to 1623 Studios, I guess, as a podcast prize, not us.
I took a fair amount of abuse, so.
What, for taking that?
Even
For
in
taking that?
Even in the maritime offices, took a fair amount of abuse.
All right. Well, we're happy to promote them. Sometimes it's nice to have a little give and take,
So
wouldn't you say?
Schooner Fest is coming up this weekend,
And maybe
opening
So
with
exciting.
the concert on Wednesday.
if Patrick was, if Mike DaCosta was here right now, Mike DaCosta would have a T-shirt for us.
Well, Carol says nobody asked me. Could have
Yeah.
happened. Could have happened.
It could have happened, but Pat is, so timid in these situations. She doesn't want to advocate for the blog a lot of times.
How does everybody feel about Pat wearing the shirt, though? We were saying before we went on air, we've talked extensively about Pat and Jimmy's love for the Schooner Festival, and they can't be there this year because they have to go to their grandchild's birthday party.
They get to.
But they get to.
Yeah.
But Pat is wearing the T-shirt. Is that like wearing a T-shirt to a concert that you never went to? Is it misleading?
Right.
It's meant as a promo for the school.
Oh, okay. All right.
I select my.
It's not coming off that way.
It's not coming off.
Right.
It is not coming off.
Are you gonna wear it to the birthday party?
I may.
You should.
I think I even said that.
Oh,
I notice ever since we've been vocally explaining to your daughter, what's her name again?
Amy.
Cindy Lou Who,
Yeah.
Amy, that how displeased you are that she, despite your wishes and pleas to not plan the 2-year-old birthday party for Schooner Festival, that she did it to spite you. I've noticed that she has not been chiming in the notes since that.
You're right.
But did you get the picture that I told you to get that she posted because she's showing her baby bump and how much it resembles you?
No, I didn't put that in there.
I didn't I say that?
I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
okay. No. So Amy, her daughter, the one that screwed her over on Schooner Festival,
Screwed her over.
posted a picture with her baby bump because she's expecting.
Thank
And
God.
the picture looks like a spitting image of Pat when she was that age.
Oh.
It's awesome. It's an awesome
Nice.
photo.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
love it.
Baby food during Fiesta. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I appreciate the clarification. I thought you were saying the baby bump looked like
I
that.
thought so too. I was like, everything is
baby-
confusing this morning.
You missed that though. She
Yeah,
said
I
the
heard that.
baby's due during
During
Fiesta, so
Fiesta.
she'll be able to plan the birthday
Oh.
party for Fiesta and the baby party in Pennsylvania.
We checked that out. The baby's due in February, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Super Bowl weekend.
Super Bowl weekend. Yeah. Well, she doesn't
Which
care
is not
about
a big
sports.
deal.
Jimmy might, but there's that. Chris went to the tall ship in Boston.
Oh
on
yeah,
Thursday.
well with Nicole
Huckle buckle.
and Jamie, and we have a guest in. So we've had a week since Wednesday. So we, as you know, we adopted 2 puppies. Nicole did, and Jamie and I did. But the mother, or the woman who rescued these puppies, was down in South Texas, down on the Texas border. She found the mother on the side of the road, brought it home, and realized the dog was pregnant. 3 days later, it had 7 puppies in her living room. She gave up basically her life. She raised these 7 puppies in her house for 4 months until we got them. But we've kept in touch, and we've hit it off with her. So she's been up here since Wednesday, staying with us. So she's Wednesday to Monday, and we've had a great time with her. So we went in on Thursday night to this place called the Tall Ship in East Boston, which I've never been to before. That was us. We went to the Kenny Chesney No Shoes Radio pre-concert party. So that was
that was on the ship.
that was at the ship.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then
I would have loved to have gone that if I was invited.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
No, you weren't.
But look at this place. So it's a large, I don't know what you'd say, like schooner style, massive ship. There's a tall ship, yeah, and there's the tall ship, exactly. And then there's a bar in the middle of it, and then outside, like you walk the gangway up, and there's almost like a big parking lot, but it's covered in AstroTurf, and there are food trucks and cornhole and other bars and giant screens, and there was a DJ, and No Shoes Radio was there giving away concert tickets, and
Wow.
it was a really fun time.
Did you guys feel old there?
No,
No, not at all.
actually, we felt kind of young.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That's
took
interesting
crowd
that you
there.
can go to a bar like that and not be have it all 20 to 30-year-olds.
Yeah, so
See,
one of
that's where
my
all old
staff went the beginning of the summer, and I was ever since I kind of had it in the back of my head that I wanted to go. I think it'd be a lot of fun to go when it wasn't such like a big
Yeah.
affair, happening, just to go and
Oh, is
just
it
chill
always
out there.
there?
Always.
Oh yeah,
there.
it's always there.
It would be a fun afternoon. Like
Yeah.
Did you take your
sure.
boat there? Is there a place to tie up?
It's it's right across from the aquarium in East Boston,
Hmm.
right? So it's you
I
kind of
didn't-
go around past Revere, kind of a weird way to get there. But one of the things that you could do, I would guess, is take a harbor shuttle, the
From
water
Encore?
taxi, which is so great. Well, it goes all over Boston. It's just like ours here
Really?
in Gloucester. There's a water taxi.
I didn't know that.
Because I used to always I went to that houseboat a few times in Charlestown, and would stay there. And the water taxi would pick us up right at the dock and take you over to whether you wanted to go to the North End area, whether you wanted to go to towards the aquarium, and
I
goes
took
around the
it.
harbor.
I
So.
took it from the airport. I was staying at one of the hotels at the airport
Yeah,
to the to where Tia's was.
yeah.
Is Tia still there?
I don't know. I think it
Oh, yeah, I
is.
think
so. Yeah, Long Wharf?
I love
I
it
think
there.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's right next to the.
I haven't been
I
there.
didn't see any transient docking there.
You don't
but
think so? I saw it going
We'd have to
by
check
sometimes.
Docwa.
Yeah. For sure.
Did you know you can take your boat to the Encore Hotel?
The what?
The Encore, to the casino?
Encore?
Yeah, you can take your boat to Encore, and if you go by boat, you get 6 hours of free docking at the Encore.
Ooh, what are we doing? The,
What are we
How have
summer
we
is,
not done this yet?
summer is going away. Yesterday, Madeline and I went around the Cape. It's not really the Cape.
Oh, look, there's us out on the boat yesterday. So on your left, that's Mom. That's Rosie, lives down on the South Shore, down in Kingston. And then we've got Hazel, and then Mako, and that's Jamie and Taranay.
I would
What's
like
up
to.
from
I would
Texas?
like before you take that picture down. I would like to make sure everybody recognizes the three Vunja faces on the three on the three dogs. Patrick's going to join us now.
Always a Vunja
Those
face.
dogs,
There was-
there's no dog species that has more resting bitch face than this. What's the breed?
Oh,
my
It's
God.
a mix. It's a
Let's
mix.
go, Patrick.
Oh, we'll just pass them down.
Okay,
Nice.
Patrick.
Happy Kenny Chesney Day.
This is how you start Kenny Chesney Day.
This is how you start it. I poke my eye out with a celery. Okay, here we go. First sip.
Absolutely.
Oh wow,
Delicious.
unbelievable.
Cheers.
That's
Cheers,
how you
Patrick.
start Kenny Chesney Day.
That is
Yeah, it
a
is.
fantastic.
Cheers to Patrick.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Patrick,
Cheers.
who came
Thank
up
you,
with this
Patrick.
recipe?
51 Rocky Neck.
Cheers down
Who
there,
came up
Jimmy.
with this recipe?
Me.
This is the Patrick
Yummy.
Hurd Bloody.
This Bloody's been on 7 or 8 different restaurants around the country.
Oh, Caitlin, can Kate come and get it without the booze?
Absolutely.
All right, Kate.
I don't know
This
why
is
you would.
when you're doing a sober thing. Yeah,
I mean,
I might have to just stop the podcast right now and not talk and just consume this. It's so delicious. Thank you, Patrick. You've been here now, open since, was it early July?
July 3. Yeah, July 3.
Give us how you thought it was going to be and how it's going, and your thoughts on the Rocky Neck community as a whole.
Well, once I finally got open, which was a task in itself, it has been what I expected or better.
Mhm.
It's been great. And if we come back forward to the Rocky Neck community, I can't tell you enough about this community. It's crazy. I used to live a quarter mile away from here, but I only made it over here 3 times in 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
Never, I mean, literally popped in. I think the 3 times that I was at the bar having dinner, you might have been here all the time. I think we chatted each time. But I never walked the community. I never met the community. I never went into galleries. I was just doing the work every day. Boom, boom, boom. The reception here has been unbelievable.
Yeah.
The amount of positive energy, the amount of welcomeness has been overwhelming. I've never experienced it anywhere in my life.
We were here
Any project I've ever done.
Madeline and I were here Friday night, and it was a who's who of Rocky Neck denizens, interspersed all over the restaurant, which is great to see
That
them.
was great.
Yeah.
They want the success. They want it to be here.
The stability.
Outpouring of thank yous, of welcoming is overwhelming. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's really beautiful.
What has been like some of the dishes and drinks that have been, oh my God, like we can't make enough of this? Like what are some of the hits?
I think the biggest hit we have is our smoked salmon board with the whipped feta. It just flies out the door, and it was one of those things where I put it on the menu, and I'm like, well, this will sleep in the corner. We'll do 2 or 3 a day, and hopefully somebody appreciates it. But they're just going out like frisbees. They're just
Wow.
and drinks. I think the rhubarb sour is like unexpected, and people are just drinking. Yeah,
Well,
they're great.
we've got to add, Pat and I have to add your smashed banana. The smashed
Dessert.
banana.
Oh, the dessert.
Yeah,
The banana
yeah,
smash.
the smash,
the
yeah,
banana
that's not
smash,
drink,
yeah.
sorry, folks.
Yeah.
I was talking about Pat, and everyone would assume that, but we were talking about desserts.
Smash.
Love you, dear. Okay, yeah, that's the smashed
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he just mentioned those two items, and now I feel like
You're hungry?
I may just like not leave here today, just camp out and wait for it to.
I mean, it was so funny. They brought it up to us. It's in a banana split, right?
It's a fun play on a banana split. Yeah.
And the waitress knows how to take it. And then while you're looking at it and everyone's going, ooh, it's wonderful, she dumps it on the tray and starts smashing it into it. And we all go, what? And everyone jumps up. Somebody jumped out of their seat and thought she was, what are you doing? They're running up and said, no. And then Pat tasted and said, oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, it takes all the work out of it. If you think about a banana split, you get the banana, then you get a little ice cream, you get a little chocolate. But at the end of the banana split is where the magic is, right? You get it all mixed up and you're eating it. We just put it for you in front. It's fun.
It
and
is
it
fun
does,
to
it
watch.
shocks everybody.
Mary Lou was doing a couple at the bar when I had dinner down at the bar. It was fun to watch. We didn't save room for dessert that night, and that was sad because I remember how much you two loved it. But
It's always tough to
Nice
save room for dessert. I never have room for dessert, and I always want dessert.
Remember back in the day when D'Angelo's, they used to have inside of D'Angelo's, they used to have this place called Steve's or Stevie's ice cream, and you'd have the D'Angelo's counter, and then and it was like a Cold Stone Creamery where you got ice cream and they mixed everything together. So is it sort of that type of thing where it's like a pre-mixed banana split?
Well, it's mixed in front of you.
Yeah.
So I guess similar to that. I don't remember Steve's.
Yeah, kind of like Cold Stone Creamery. You
Yeah,
might remember that.
they fold it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this they bring it to the table and then they smash.
But you're right. It's like with a banana split, you gotta it's like part and parcel. You have to pick a little banana and a little hot fudge and a little.
Yeah,
it's a great idea.
Absolutely. So some people don't remember, are not aware of the docks have been reconfigured. Can you speak to how? Hi, Ringo. Ringo's going to join us in a little bit. Can you speak to the dockage for transients if people
Sure.
want to come here?
Yeah, so we've reconfigured the docks. It's now one dock going out and a bunch of figures. So the outermost dock and then the two inside. So there's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course rafting off of the outsides if you want to raft. So there's 4 docks. There's first come, first served. No need to call, and if they're open, grab them.
Oh, yeah. So there's the answer because I saw someone was online a couple of days ago saying, "Is there dockage there?" And I was reluctant to answer.
That was Andrea Donnelly.
Was that who?
Because she's in our marina. So she posted yesterday on North Shore Eats. It was yesterday, right? Does anybody know what 51 Rocky? And I said, I believe 4. I took a stab. I had heard it was 4.
Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah.
And they're wide open. Yeah. And again, rafting. So I mean, I'm not a boater. I don't understand the whole rafting thing. If I had a boat, I don't know if I'd let people walking over my boat. But again, I guess it's a thing. So raft away. Right?
Well, no. You shouldn't say. This is what you should say. If you have permission from the person that's tied up to
Is
the
that how it
dock.
works? Again, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want you would want to say if that person's fine with you rafting next to you, then raft away.
Then raft away.
Yeah.
Only then.
What are your hours? Some people don't
So
know.
we open at 11:30 every morning except for Wednesdays. Wednesdays are only down day. And we stop serving dinner at 9:30 on Fridays and Saturdays. And the bar is always open until at least 10. If there's people in here, we'll go until.
Great TVs. Sports was on. The Red Sox were playing. I mean, I like being able to
I'm
watch.
loving the artwork. I see behind us and all around us here.
Yeah.
It's
So
great.
one thing I really wanted to do, straightforward, a few people got a little upset maybe that I changed the name from the studio to 51 Rocky Neck. I think the studio had a long history, and a lot of it was great. Some of it wasn't great, and I just didn't want to tie my life investment to a Rocky reputation. So I renamed it, but when I renamed it, I put some thought into it. So 51 Rocky Neck was purposely named so it would bring more people to the community, or introduce more people, or reintroduce people to the Rocky Neck community. And then I said, let's embrace the community further. So I went and found 5, 6 great artists and just said, guys, if you'd like a wall, here's a wall, and do whatever you want with it. So we've got some beautiful art up on the wall, and everything in the building is for sale. We're not taking any commissions. Basically, the goal is to just send people down to their gallery and just say, go, he's down here, she's down there. Go check them out and see what's going on in our community here.
And this screen up here with the revolving artwork, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I looked over and I was like, wait a minute. It was something else a moment ago.
Yeah, these are like you said, the great TVs here. These are by far the most sophisticated televisions on Cape Ann. Like they're beautiful. They're those. What do they call them when they're
They call it the frame.
the frame?
The
Yeah.
frame. And so, so basically, when there's real sports on, say the Sox, or the Patriots, or the Olympics, we'll have sports on. But other than that, we're displaying again local art up on the screens. So,
And they're matte. They're like a matte screen, so there's no glare
there's
on
no
anything.
glare,
It's
yeah.
you look at it from here, looking back at the one over behind us. It looks like a piece of art.
Yeah.
It
I
really
thought
is
it was.
beautiful.
Don Caraway would like to say good morning, Patrick, and also said she'd like to mention the ribs are delicious.
Okay.
There you go.
I love Dawn. She's like the little sister.
Yeah, Don's awesome. So there's that. Yeah, we're just so excited that there's stability here on Rocky Neck. I grew up down here, well, in East Gloucester, but riding my bike down here to go to Bertha's and and then as a young person having boats down here and bouncing around the Madfish. We missed the Madfish, but thank God there is some stability here on Rocky Neck.
But we didn't even talk about the outside yet. Like the awning is back up over the bar, which hasn't been there for at least a year or two. Prior to you.
I think it was gone for 2.
Yeah.
Again, I can't speak too much to the past. I didn't spend a lot of time here, but yeah, I think it was gone for about 2 years. So new frame, new awning, and which is speaking of TV. Somebody was asking yesterday why there's no TV outside. Awning people move like molasses. So started talking with these people in April,
Yeah.
and it's still not buttoned up to the point where it's leak proof. So hopefully he'll be here Wednesday. Once it's leak proof, the outdoor TV goes up. So there'll be football out there this fall.
It's true. Awning people go like molasses. But there used to be a great. We have awnings at our house, and they get taken up. They get put up and taken down each spring and fall. And like when COVID hit, like they lost all their employees, and it was getting to be like late November, and they hadn't shown up to take the things down. Like no one was answering the phones. like it used to be like clockwork, and like it's now like it's run like. They just don't have the help. It's pretty sad.
But going back to the deck, whoa! Obviously, the bar and awning area is has always been a very coveted spot. But you took it a step further with I don't know what you would call this overhang.
Yeah,
it
what is
just
that
cuts
called?
down on the sun a little bit.
What is that called?
I want to come up with some really French chic name for it, but it's not. It's believe it or not, it's Arctic camouflage.
Yeah.
Camo.
It's literally purchased from the Army Navy store. But it's lets light in, it filters the light enough so it doesn't, you're not sitting there sweltering in the sun, keeps the seagulls out, and it just creates kind of a cool vibe.
And that with the bistro lights at night makes it magic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Patrick. If nothing else, or he has many talents, but like one of them is definitely design. Like every space that we've been involved, we've seen from him in the past and stuff. Always with a very thoughtful, classy, chic notes of design. Like this room is gorgeous.
You always do it right.
Yeah.
I
Thank you very much.
told you that when we came in earlier.
Yeah.
When you
So-
were painting the inside, you wanted to make everything white. You said, I hope I'm doing this right. And you're painting everything. I said,
So what are you thinking for how late do you think you're going to try to go for the season?
Well, everybody asks that question, and everybody keeps saying, please stay open, please stay open, please stay open. So I'm going to try to stay open through Halloween.
Yeah.
And I'm
Nice.
just saying,
That's what
support, come by.
That's
Come
what it's
by.
been in the fall, in the past.
Yeah.
It seems like that's the date.
As long as the people are coming in the door, we'll be here.
Yeah.
The building's not insulated. There's zero insulation. I mean, if you look up at the ceiling, there's 1 inch and then shingles. So we can't really keep it open year round. I mean, there's when I turn on the pipes, when I turn on the water, day one, there's 37 burst pipes.
37.
37 burst pipes. Yeah, the plumber was here for a week fixing all the burst pipes because when they left, they didn't winterize.
They didn't drain the pipes. Oh my
So I
God!
don't want to go through that again. Right. Yeah.
Holy
So
shit!
eventually, one day, if things go well, we'll insulate and we'll do it. But right now, it's big Halloween party coming up.
Wow! Oh, cool.
Patrick, one more question. Does the water shuttle still
Yes,
come right here?
yes.
Because that's amazing. So if
Steve
you,
pulls up, every on the half of every hour.
That's amazing. So if you don't want to drive down here, if you're staying locally at one of the hotels and getting to Rocky Neck is difficult, or if you're just worried about parking, you can take that water shuttle boat right here to the dock
Yeah. Pulls right there,
every hour on the half hour. Have
The
something
best,
to eat.
best
Amazing.
deal, the very best. I always say that the Lannon is my number one thing. If you come to Gloucester for one day, that you have to do that. I'd say my number one best deal in Gloucester is that $10 all day pass
All day.
on the water shuttle. I mean, and $3 Budweiser.
15 now.
Oh, they bumped it.
Yeah.
15 is still
Still a deal.
still crazy value.
Yeah.
So there you go. Thank you, Patrick, so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming
Good to
on.
see you.
Annie Brobst,
Good to see you.
8:30. You're right on time.
Well, 9:30, and while we're
9:30.
transitioning, I'd like to announce that somehow Maritime Gloucester heard we needed a prize today and is offering up a t-shirt.
Ah, see, Michael.
Guilt,
It
guilt,
must have
guilt.
got Michael DaCosta must have got wind of it. I'm
I
waiting.
think maybe it's directly credited to Carol.
I know, but I was trying to poke her there a little bit. That's what we call it, a little poke. Annie,
Hi.
how are you, honey?
I clearly was late and missed Bloody Marys.
Oh, Patrick.
What's going on, kid?
Thanks so much for having me here.
Look at you with the Dolly Parton hat.
Oh yeah, this is well, we've had 3 shows in a row the past 3 nights, so this is my Sunday morning.
So
I
do
literally
you have
said
do you have a
Church of
weekend
Dolly.
thing? Do you have a weekend thing? Like, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna shave my legs. I'm gonna like wear my Dolly Parton hat. Like I have I'm not shaving on the weekends anymore.
Wow.
But
I like it.
but it's
I really
just
like it. Yeah, it's nice.
it's just been a thing I've just started to do. So
What about
there's
you, Chris?
Very rugged. I don't shave.
Are you playing today somewhere?
No, we were off. We had, like I said, we had 3 nights, so today we're off. We're gonna probably watch some NASCAR. And,
Where have you been the last 3 nights?
so we got to do a couple shows with a national guy, Cooper Allen, who is TikTok, huge sensation, 10 million followers, does cool mashups and all this country. He's a big, tall, sweet, goofy guy. So we were with him on Thursday in Salisbury at Blue Ocean.
Oh, nice.
Then Friday night in Portland at Aura, which was a beautiful venue. And then last night with Travis Tritt and Lynn.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
nice.
Right.
Did he sing Achy Breaky Heart?
No,
Ah,
but he
damn
did
it.
sing. We were waiting for Great Day to Be Alive, and he did some Charlie Daniels. So it was we had a great time.
I want to book at the campsite you were at a couple weeks ago. Where were you?
Yes.
That place looked amazing.
Yes.
It's like 4.5 hours up in Maine. It's called Moose Creek RV Resort, but it's on Moosehead Lake, basically. Oh my gosh, they've done it well there. So we're actually talking about which weekend we'd like to go back next year. So stay in touch.
We're
Is
gonna
it
go
a
with you.
glamping
Yes.
thing?
It's mostly glamping. I tent camp, so we love a tent. I do.
What do you mean tent camp? What does that mean?
Like
Are
in a
you
tent,
laying
like-
down in a tent? Is it like this? What does that mean?
What was
No.
that question?
No, are you on the ground? Are you laying on the
No,
ground?
okay, so let me tell you, camping cots are like a game changer. So we have these nice Coleman camping cots, and they have like a mattress pad and everything. It's a game changer. Like no more air mattress where you're like both. in
Can
the
you
middle.
stand up in the tent?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a
All right.
requirement for me
That
too.
was-
Like Ryan, my husband, I need a tent that I can walk into, stand up, have all this space.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
And
I feel like-
McCarthy's not here, but I gotta ask, where do you poop with that?
Well, you don't poop in the tent.
Oh, boy. Okay, well,
No, that-
Chris
you
would
know
be
what?
so proud of me that I asked.
It's true.
You know what? That's an important question. And the facilities at that place were so clean. They even had like really nice toilet paper. Like,
3-ply?
yeah.
Oh,
like,
3-ply.
it was
Let's go.
softer than what
I'm
I
going.
have at home. So
They're going to be booked solid now for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
because
That
Andy
was-
Brobst just
This is an
said
important
3-ply toilet paper.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. You know,
yeah.
a lot on the boat. It's a bucket, right?
It's a bucket.
One of my biggest points of angst this summer turned out to not be an issue, but I wanted to go to the dive bar on Lake Winnipesaukee so badly and see you up there, but we had something here at the sandbar party
Yeah.
the same day. And so I was torn, but missing the sandbar party is a no-go for
Oh, yeah.
for a lot of people. So I didn't get to be torn long, but then you had to cancel it because of weather.
I know.
So I didn't have to miss it, but
And
that
in
gets
true-
rescheduled. It's another day that
Well,
we're gonna have to.
and it's like a tearjerker in true New England fashion. It was a beautiful day,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
You have a show coming up at the Cut.
We do. So Friday night, we're at the Cut. This will be our first time there. We're super excited. I've heard amazing things from artist friends and
He played
music fans. Yeah, I mean, it looks great. It's so nice to have something like that on the North Shore, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah.
look at this.
Oh.
Guys, the
That's,
stage is
Cheers.
covered.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
let's go.
NASCAR and Bloody Marys. Let's go.
Oh my God.
I'm here for this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's delicious.
So Pat, On Point Pat, just put up a link to buy tickets. You can click that link and you can buy tickets.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
get that going for you.
Trying to fill the place with if you've seen us before, then we have a great time. We have a party, but if you haven't, it's so much fun. We're going to do some of our own music, some music you'll know and love already, and it's a good time. Plus, we have a local girl from around here, Charlie Weld. She's going to be our opener, so we're so excited.
Manchester girl.
Yeah, Manchester. Thank you.
Berkeley College
Oh,
of Music.
really?
Really talented.
Yep.
We should have her come on too.
Heck yeah.
Wait,
Is
so
it in your set to do at the podcast? Is it going to be in your
Listen,
set?
it's
You gotta buy
on.
tickets
You never
first,
know,
Jimmy.
right? You got to buy tickets.
You gotta
to
buy
see.
tickets.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta
I
buy
like
tickets.
this.
That's the
All right.
move.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
did you do gummies this morning or something?
That's very active. Jimmy is very active. Very active this
I
morning.
don't know what you're talking about.
Annie, if you want to change seats at any time, he's making you
For now.
uncomfortable.
Jimmy is very active.
What are you talking about?
So Carolyn Hogan says, I love Annie
Aw.
and looking forward to the show at the Cut. So now I noticed, I wanted to make sure that I tagged you in the right thing. There's
Okay.
Annie Brobst, the artist, and then you're married now. Congratulations.
Yeah, we made it official.
Ryan
Yes.
DuPont. So Annie DuPont. So do you use that for your like more personal stuff, and then Annie Brobst for the business side of things?
Yes, I have this look on my face because I'm like, if we had only just, rearranged this timing a little better. Brobst is so hard. We go into these new audiences, and if it's not on a sign somewhere, like it's really hard for people to know what on earth I'm saying for my last name. So I wish it was DuPont as a show
Yeah.
name,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
no, my stage name is Annie Brobst now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So that's the one. That's the
That's for
Instagram
music.
account and
Yes,
the
sir.
Facebook account to look for.
you got it.
Did you like my promo I made this morning?
That was really nice because this was like, we planned this like at 8:30 this morning.
I did that in bed this morning.
That was really
I was
nice.
in bed.
Wow.
My wife was next to me, struggling. Not struggling, tired, I should say, from Chesney last night. And I'm like dragging. You know that new feature on the iPhone, like on a picture where you can
Oh yeah. and
hold
then
your
it
finger
cuts
down and
out.
it cuts out the person.
Mhm.
So I got to cut you out. Put
It was
you in there.
perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you.
just pat myself on the back. Aren't I?
No.
Everybody take a
Okay.
moment. You? Anything for sale at 44 Main?
Oh, and by the way, Pat, you did a big giveaway. How was your giveaway successful? The Vunja face.
The people who got dog toys yesterday were very appreciative and loved the food.
So Pat put my face. I have they call it. So a Sicilian term is a Vunja.
Okay.
A Vunja is like resting, like not resting, but face like a
Oh yeah.
Sourpuss.
Okay.
sourpuss.
Okay.
So Pat put my Vunja face on a dog toy, like a chew toy.
It was the greatest item ever offered up at 44 Main Street.
Wow.
Yeah.
Other than the Pat's Puffin Emporium items
Well, the puffins are,
that speak for themselves.
right. Yeah, they speak for
They speak
themselves.
for themselves. Yeah, that's great. So Chris, you have a show at the Cut?
No. Well, we are going to be doing a show at the Cut in December 14th.
Nice.
We've got our annual Christmas
Are
show.
you're moving it
We're
from
moving
the church
yeah,
to the
we're
Cut?
We're going to do it at the Cut this year.
Oh, I'm going to that one.
Yeah.
I'm
So
going.
that'll
to
be a
that
lot
one.
of fun.
Yeah. So you haven't been there to see a show. It's spectacular.
Yeah. Honestly, Ryan actually went in last week for something else, but no, I've heard great things, and the green room space I've heard is
Oh my
really
God.
amazing.
You'll want to
which
move
is
into it.
Important to us,
It's the green room there is as good as any green room you'll ever
And
see.
they have great fluffers.
And the
Great fluffers.
I'm sure you'll probably have Warren on sound. He does an amazing
Yeah,
job.
okay.
It was a joy to play there.
Yeah.
It really is.
And I know Jeffrey's there for sound too, so we've worked with him for years past at other venues.
Okay.
It's built like with it isn't a restaurant that's doing music. It's an
venue.
artist. It's an
Yeah.
artist venue
Yeah.
with food.
That's why I think it feels so special to us, because we play a lot of bars or restaurants with stages,
Yeah.
and we're definitely trying to like move a different direction sometimes. So this is like, we needed this around here.
The other thing that was really nice too is like, we did a show there with Chelsea, and we're local artists, not like a big national act. You felt like you were the Rolling Stones to
Right.
them. They treat their artists so
Yeah.
well. I mean, and the guests too that are there, but it was really, really, really special how well they treat you.
Great.
Yeah, so
That's
we love
well,
that.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Do you know that we still play your? Well, we alternate between you and Over the Bridge for our outro.
On the podcast.
Yeah. I mean, it is like on a weekly basis. You have a 50% shot of like, and we.
I love that.
we
Are
do
you
it
going to
nice.
play it today for that?
Of course we will. I would have. So the only reason I didn't put it. So when I did the promo this morning,
Yeah.
I was in bed and I didn't have the MP3
That
to put it into
would
the
have been
tray.
like icing on the cake.
I know.
I loved what you did.
Thank you.
You did great.
Our friend Donna McCarthy's going. Donna says, "What is this about?" Delete it. Yeah, that's a.
Did Ryan ask about me this morning before he left the house?
To be fair, he was asleep, but I think he was sleep talking your name.
Yeah,
because,
that
it must have been a
makes
dream.
sense.
Yeah.
So Annie's husband Ryan is my guitar instructor,
Really?
which is not reflective. I always say it's not reflective of Ryan's
Oh my
caliber
God.
of teaching.
He just started. To be
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
That's true.
So it's only been I
No,
think I
because it's
started
so
at the
wild.
beginning
Because you
of
guys
the
live in
summer.
Danvers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How did you link up with Ryan?
Well, I've known Ryan for a long time, and
Longer than-
Annie. Yeah, I've known these guys for a very long time.
Well, you came from Ohio, right?
Yeah.
So when did you move here?
I've been out here since 2007, 2008.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've known you guys probably for about 7 years
Yeah.
or so.
Really?
Yeah.
And you came into our lives, 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you came into my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we
In
were
the good and
lucky.
the best way.
Yeah, we were so lucky. We were so
Yeah.
fortunate. We had a blast at the hotel at that time.
Yeah.
But so so you won, a pretty prestigious award.
We won this last award season, which I guess now at times it's like November. So we're just kind of approaching it again. But yeah, we've got Female Performer of the Year for the New England Music Awards.
That's amazing.
And you have a chance to see her.
You're a
at-
multi-time winner, right?
We do have our name in the hat every year,
Yeah.
so
That's pretty
it's
awesome.
exciting. It's nice to at least have that consistency and feel like you're putting something out every year enough to get noticed.
That's a lot of people to be recognized
Yeah.
as the pinnacle. You're the best of the whole area.
Now you're embarrassing.
That's pretty
But
awesome.
no, I mean, honestly, I think I appreciate you saying that. I think a lot of people probably think that there's a lot of artists and bands out there that haven't, the awards haven't gotten wind of yet, who are amazing.
Of course.
So I just want to leave that.
Of course.
You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
there are a lot that people don't know enough about yet.
But you guys are hardworking.
We do work hard.
You guys, I mean, just by what you said when you got here,
Yeah.
3 different days,
Yeah,
you're going 4 hours in this direction, all
Yeah.
over the place, setting up, breaking down,
for sure.
and you're doing that at nighttime.
Yeah.
Presumably, you're playing at night.
Yeah.
No wonder why Brian's sleeping right now.
It's gotten a little better though, now that we've changed to which type of venues we're doing. It's not the playing until 1 a.m. set anymore. So it's nice. It's, most of the time if we're headlining, it's 90 minutes or so. And these opening gigs the last couple nights have been 30, 45 minutes. So the lifting is a little lighter.
Those are the
but it's,
best.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
It's great.
We always say, like, especially when you play local venues, they always expect you to play for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And you don't know how hard that is to
Yeah.
play. Bruce Springsteen plays for 2.5, 3 hours, and people are like, holy shit, Bruce
Yeah.
Springsteen played for 3 hours. That's because it fucking sucks.
Well,
It's hard.
well, we just did the math, $56 million for the
Right.
3 days
Then you can
for
do it.
Chesney.
Right.
Yeah, we'll put ourselves out there. So that's, by the way, that Chesney thing, that he ends his tour at Gillette, right?
Tonight's the last
Every
night.
year.
Of his
Yeah, every
thing
year.
Yep, tonight's the last night.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, 56. We did the math.
Yeah, I was listening on my ride and actually driving through these beautiful streets. I was just trying
If you
to
could get a little piece of that, Anna,
Yeah.
you'd be good.
right,
A little
right.
piece.
Absolutely.
One day you're going to be up on stage with Chesney.
He's created a heck of an empire. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So you've done a lot. You've played with a lot of very, very well-known country artists and played some big venues. Like, if you had to pinpoint like one or two of your proudest moments in music, what do you think those would be?
This is gonna sound really silly, but honestly, it was the past couple nights we did this run with Cooper Allen, as I was saying, and I gotta say the crowds were. The Salisbury was almost sold out. Portland was sold out. And, we're talking 1,000 people, just under that. But the people that are buying tickets to his shows were so energetic, so positive. They were singing along to our original song that we opened with.
Oh, wow.
From
Wow.
note number one. Like that, I think it was just such an amazing feeling.
Chills.
Yeah, so like the crowds were just so responsive the last couple nights, and the first night in Salisbury we were duo, so it was just acoustic, really stripped down. Then we got to rock with the band in Portland. So I don't know, these were real highlights of my career. I was saying that kind of looking back on the last couple days.
Caitlin just said, "I'll take Annie over Megan Maroney," which I would agree. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Oh, see that you just swap you out.
Right.
Yeah, there
So
you go.
we'll
You're
I
with
do
Chesney
love-
next year.
I do love Megan though. She's kind of like my girl crush in country music right now. That's a huge compliment. Thank you.
But you think about this. You're an artist. You've been working your ass off for years. And then you go to a show and a song that you wrote with your band, your husband, whatever, right? And you show up there and you start playing it and they're singing it with you. It's got to be the best.
It's great. Like that's where it, I think we've done our fair share of mostly cover gigs. We still kind of do cover gigs and definitely play covers at every show, but we have a lot of original material now. It's a different thrill when it's a lyric or a song that you wrote. It's a different thrill.
So what would you say are the ones that resonate the most? Like when people like will recognize
it's usually
and light
the
up.
Right. It's the ones they can walk away with and remember. So it's Red Wine on My Mind. I mean, that line comes up like 12 times in the song if you count. So it's memorable, it's catchy, and it's a little chick drinking song. We kind of needed that.
I requested that at the Beauport.
Yeah. And Amazing Greats has been resonating really well. It's our tribute to the greats of country music. So it's just kind of whatever they can walk away from and say, oh, I like that Red Wine song. I like that Holler song. It's kind of getting those memorable, catchy tunes for them.
Where's the best place people can listen to music and find out more information? Would you send them to your Instagram page, your Facebook page, or a website?
I think website just has everything, especially for the people out there who don't love social media, because that's kind of where we're at. Definitely AnnieBrobst.com. It tells you everything you need to know.
There you go.
But Facebook is super functional for us to keep people updated too. So I think that's good.
AnnieBrobst.com. Pat's going to write that and put the link in there for you. Thank you so much for coming, Annie.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Cheers,
on.
everyone.
Yeah,
This is so
cheers
good.
to you. Now we got
you.
Ringo Tarr. Ringo, come on in,
Ringo's
kid.
like, I got to follow that.
I know, poor Ringo. So if you share the podcast and type shared, you can win a Maritime Gloucester Schooner Festival t-shirt that's been generously donated by Michael DeCoster at Maritime Gloucester. And maybe Carol Mondella. Maybe. I'm just joking. Carol, I like to tease you. Ringo, what's happening? Hey, how are you?
That's Emily.
I
She's
know.
been on before.
Emily,
Yeah.
we know
Yeah.
is the coming into doing a lot right there with you, and you're not getting any younger.
I am.
Yeah. Yeah, so
My body doesn't know that.
yeah. So what do you think? What's
Well,
happening coming up?
We're here to talk about the fireworks and the concert coming up on Saturday. Unfortunately, we're still a little short on money, like $13,000. So we're looking for donations wherever we can get them, and the show will go on no matter what. We'll just be in the hole. That's all. The show this year, Hefner's and Reverie 73, sponsoring the opening portion of the show, the opening of the fireworks, because they're having a celebration on the 19th. September. I think it's the 19th of September. I had the flyer in my truck and I forgot to bring it in. They're doing a grand opening of their store in Hefner's on 6th Avenue, the mobile station. So mainly, it's going to be a great show. It's a $35,000 show, so it's a lot of money to come up with.
By the way, I'm going to just say one thing about the Hafners and the pizza that you can get there.
Sal's.
If you're at mile marker, if you're at Cape Ann Marina, I should say, on your boat and you're you wanted to get out quickly, Sal's Pizza is legit pizza.
Yeah.
It's great, accessible pizza right there. And I've probably got it 4 or 5 times this summer.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it every time.
Yeah.
And for West Gloucester, you don't have to cross the bridge.
Yeah.
The
one thing about it is you go in there for one slice, but you get 2 slices for the price of one, and they're huge slices. So it's really a good deal.
Yeah.
The Hafner's party, it is the 19th.
19th,
3 to 6, they got this and that, the reggae band playing. Hafner's, since coming in Reverie 73, you got to say they've stepped up. They're sponsoring a lot of things in Gloucester, so they've made a huge effort to be a part of the community and support the community, which is nice.
Yes, we did a blues festival last week or the week before that, and they were a sponsor. They supplied us with pizzas for the crew and everyone, and it was a great thing.
That's nice.
Yeah,
God bless them.
Yeah.
How can people get involved?
Donate.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
help promote. The more that you share it on social media, the more you talk about it, the more people become aware of it. The fireworks and the concert are mostly funded by donations. The city does contribute, they help with setup and cleanup. They contribute the manpower.
DPW.
Yes,
DPW. They are there.
Shout out
helping
to
us
those
out.
guys.
The monetary donation from the city varies. There's no set amount that we get from them. There's no, they kind of figure out what they can give and then they give it. So that's why we rely mostly on donations from businesses and individuals. And so talking about it, promoting it, making whatever donation you can.
So you can donate to the Gloucester Fund through PayPal, and make sure you put in the note fireworks.
Right.
Also, we have a link to the Facebook page, Gloucester Fireworks. Pat is behind the scenes here, unsung hero of the podcast. Week in and week out, Pat Dalpiaz compiles the show notes that we send in to her. Also, is the one that is running a lot behind the scenes. She doesn't get enough credit, I always say. So thank you, Pat, for that.
And it's $13,000 is a lot of money, but when you think about the number of people who enjoy the fireworks, if 1,000 people, families gave $10 a piece, you've basically closed that gap.
That's always what we're trying to promote. If every family just gave a little bit, we'd have no problem achieving this every year, because it's a struggle every year. And they can also go to the Concerts on the Boulevard page too and donate through there. It still goes to the same spot. So we'll talk about the concert a little bit, and I'll let Emily say that. We have this year.
While we're doing this, I'm going to my PayPal right now to make a donation.
Can I hand
So-
you 20 or do you want to go on the PayPal? What
So
should I
I'm
do?
going to go here.
I'll do it too.
This year
Thank you.
we have the Hot Tub Piranhas returning. This is their 2nd year in a row coming for Labor Day weekend. They sing a great mix. They do a little bit of rock, a little bit of pop, even some Motown. So they got a little bit of something for everybody. The show will start at 6 o'clock. It will break for the parade of lights and the fireworks, and then it will continue for about a half an hour after that. We will have signs around the venue to donate if you want to donate through Venmo. We also have a list of our sponsors, and we encourage people to check them out. They're a big part of making this happen, and we obviously encourage you to support local businesses. So check them out, support them, because they support us and they make it all possible for us. So Hot Tub Piranhas, 6 o'clock on the Boulevard.
Those guys always deliver too.
Oh, they should do.
You put them up against some of the younger guys playing music any day, right?
And lots of energy, and just good quality fun. And it's a family event. We have what we call the little toddler mosh pit in the front, where all the little kids gather and run around and dance with each other. And it's fun to watch them up front and to watch some of the older crowd in the back. Bring a chair, bring a blanket.
Yeah.
Some people are asking, I know we get this question about the boat parade.
Yep.
Where is the best spot to look at the fireworks?
Right where we have the concert. I mean, you couldn't get a better spot. Anywhere along the boulevard is fantastic for it. Yeah.
And you can watch in the Inner Harbor. The boat parade goes around the Inner Harbor, and you can watch the fireworks from there. So if loud crowds is not your thing, you can go around the Inner Harbor too.
Right. The end of the State Fish Pier is a great spot. A lot of people go down there because they're kind of away from the big crowds, and, and you get a great view from there too.
Pat, I'm going to send you this link, and the only reason I'm going to send you this link is because I couldn't find it on PayPal, and I want to make sure people can find it. I'm gonna open this in an external browser.
Well, I have it here.
Yeah, but it's
big, long-
not. Just do me a favor and do this
We
one.
can send you the Venmo.
Yeah, but I want it right here
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah,
that people can actually do it when they click onto this. PayPal.
Yeah, so I'm on PayPal right now on the so what am I looking up on Gloucester Fund?
Gloucester Fund.
Gloucester Fund Inc.
Yeah.
Gloucester Fund Inc.
Yeah.
Okay.
But gloucesterfund.org/donate is that's the one that will make it easy for you to find where you actually pay.
I'm the one that does all the physical labor. My sister does all the paperwork type stuff with it. So she's in charge of the donations.
Yeah, no, it's good. Right here, PayPal.
There you go.
Beautiful.
What time's the concert?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock?
Yeah.
$20. Donate with PayPal.
And they do play for 3 hours, and
Right.
they are beat
And we
by the
just-
end of the night. When you were talking about that, I know what they go through.
Wes loves playing so much. I
Yeah.
think it doesn't bother him.
No, it doesn't. But at the end of the night, he's pretty worn out.
Yeah, the next day he'll always post like,
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping today. Like,
He's a great guy to work with, like being the one that has to go back and forth about all the details and stuff. He's
a professional.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he is.
he's friendly. He's not intimidating. He's just
Yeah.
he is great to work with.
And we have a great sound company. They do all the first night sound
Oh, wow.
for the first night, and they do a fantastic job. They get the sound perfect, and all over the whole boulevard, everyone hears it.
Yeah.
It's good.
and you own that stage?
Yes. Yeah.
I've never met you before, but I've
Yeah.
heard your name for years, and I knew that was your stage. And every time I drive by it, I'm so jealous. Like, where the hell would I keep it?
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
a beautiful stage.
Annie has performed on that stage.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Fireworks. Okay, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
So if someone's listening on from a big corporation and they want to sponsor a portion of the fireworks, we'd love to have them, and they can contact us through the fireworks page or concert page, either one. And like Hefner's has done this year.
Question: Is it tax deductible?
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
So there's
Tax
good,
deductible.
great to
The,
know.
the Gloucester Fund is a nonprofit.
Right.
So you make the donation through that,
501c3.
and they disperse the funds for the fireworks or the concert.
All right, there we go. $20. Boom.
Thank you.
Just like that. Thank you. I hope it went through.
Thanks.
If it doesn't, I'll go back and
I know where you
make
are.
sure it does.
I know where you
We'll
are.
tell you.
I'll make sure. I promise. I'll make sure that goes through.
Yeah, you'll get the phone will ring.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what's up, Ringo?
Yeah.
We noticed we didn't get your $20. Could you
We're gonna start
try
charging
sending it
interest.
again?
Oh, so let's get to a few of our podcast topics, by the way, while we're here, right? One thing, I have a little pet peeve. And I just talk about my pet peeve because we had a little bit of a cool spell last week. I went to a couple restaurants, had AC blasting. I was not dressed for cold. What, Pat? What do you?
I'm laughing because you left.
I left.
You left. I
I
sat
left.
next to Joey for about 45 seconds, and he's like, "I'm out. I can't do it."
I left in a huff.
Oh yeah.
I left in a huff because so I went to the general manager, and I says, it's not just me. Literally every single person at the bar has said they're freezing. Can you please turn the AC down? And the manager said, sure. And we went over to the thing. The thing was set for 68 degrees, and I turned, and the person was going like this, and then 20 minutes later, it was still freezing, and I went back over, and it still said 68, and I was furious. Like, I got played.
I got played.
I got played, and I was beside myself. It is a pet. It's a pet peeve of mine here. It's also a pet. Florida does this all the time too. But I could see in Florida more because they used to it being like 95 degrees.
Right.
You know what I mean? And people,
Slightly older clientele.
How about Gambler fucking shitting on me right here? The queen has left the building, Camera says.
Paul, pretty much. At the same time,
Well,
I
you were not,
commented that
you
I
were
don't
not
see
comfortable.
you-
No one was
I
comfortable.
don't see
It
you
was cold.
scruffy often. And I said to Chris later that I thought that you left because I said, I don't often see you unshaven. And then you stormed out shortly after that. I'm like, was it me commenting on the scruff or was it actually the cold? So I'm happy to hear it was the cold.
It was the cold.
I thought maybe you like.
It wasn't so much the cold. It was that the person, the manager, duped me,
Yeah.
duponted me,
Bamboozled.
bamboozled, and said that they were going to turn it down for me, and then literally fucking did nothing.
Yeah, well, so somebody else asked after you left, and the answer was, yeah, we already took care of that or something. And I was like,
my
oh,
ass
okay.
they did.
And,
My ass they did.
We literally
Anyway.
get like 40 warm days a year here. Like, why go into a restaurant and be freezing?
I literally, I would rather be 10 degrees warmer than 10 degrees colder. I hate cold. I hate it. I really hate
You'd
it.
have to grow a longer beard than that warms you up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like a bear. I'm gonna be like
You
a
get no
bear.
hair on your head, so you're gonna be cold. That's not our fault.
It's true. That's true. It's true. All right. Here's one topic I found very interesting. This is the premise. The premise is what?
Nothing. We were just laughing at each other.
No. What was I doing? Was it my animated thing?
No. It's not. Please tell us what you're going to say.
I find this interesting. Two companies have found. This is the premise, and I want to hear people's
question.
reactions. Two companies are founded today, both in the same industry, have equal access to capital, based in the same city, and led by strong CEOs. One of the companies will be primarily home-based, work from home. The other requires employees to be in the office 5 days a week. Which one is more likely to succeed? And I want to start with Langanakanopolis as the Mr. I was on a show. I was on a guest show.
I don't think there is an easy way to answer the question. I think what it comes down to is what are the company's hiring practices? How does HR, do they put them through different, because there are different ways of hiring and putting candidates through testing to understand, are they good independent workers? I don't think it matters whether they're working from home or whether they're working in an office environment. I think it matters on how they're hiring, how are they vetting their candidates, and it comes down to the CEO. Like how are they leading? It's like the old saying, the fish stinks from the head. If you have a good CEO who's leading an organization well, people feel respected, understood, and you're vetting them properly, I think you can be successful either way.
All right, Ringo?
There's a good example of someone working at home, but I think at home you don't get as much production done for the company. I think there's too many interruptions, and I'm one of the person that interrupts her all the time. But
The interruption is sitting next to me.
yeah,
The interruption.
But it's probably close which one would make it, but which one would fail.
All right, Nicole?
I'm no expert in this field. I work in education. So education at home during COVID was insane. I worked harder for those few months than I have ever in my life, so it's a different thing. I think that employees and wellness and life balance working from home has giant advantages, but I think Ringo is on point as well that you might not be as productive. I think companies that do half and half is the way to go. I have friends who work in the city and commute 2 days and work from home, 2 or 3 days. So if I can choose something in the middle, I would do that very much.
No, the question wasn't what you would like to do. It's which company would be more likely to succeed.
Like, what would Kenny Chesney do if we actually were going to
really-
make our ride? If we were going to make our ride to
Hypothetically,
the
you
show?
are. I
Oh, is that it?
I just texted Chris.
You guys
Your
can,
answer,
no, you
please.
guys can bounce, and we can have Jimmy and Annie sit back in your seats if you have to. It's 10:10. No, what time is your ride coming?
11:30.
Oh, you're good. Please.
We still have to
We'll-
pack
we'll-
the
I got a
cooler.
salad to pick up that's going to fester in the hot sun in the parking lot.
Jimmy,
for a
do you
while.
have a thought on this, Jimmy? Jimmy retired. I love that answer. So in case,
I wish I thought of that one.
Yeah, you just said what he's thinking.
the mic is pointing this way. Jimmy, for those that didn't hear, Jimmy says, I'm retired. I don't give a shit. So this is interesting. So one of the, so this is on Twitter, now called X, I guess. Stupidest name change ever. So one of the topics, one of the comments that I found interesting was that the work from home business is going to easily steal all the best employees from the company that makes people go into the office 5 days a week. And that did not occur to me as even a thing. That's funny, like, right? Like, are the best employees likely to, like, if all things are equal, they're gonna take off of the work at home thing.
Well, there's a lot of that. Like, nobody wants to really go to an office anymore. And I work with a lot of consultants that are out of their homes, like high performing individuals. And to your point, like, if you have the right hiring practices, and then Gember just made a great point. Like, if you spend a little bit of extra to vet your employees better, and you're hiring high performers, and then you have no office space, it lowers your fixed overhead.
Yeah.
You're a more profitable business.
Right.
Yeah,
And
no.
if you work in an office, just say you have to be there from 9 to 5 because that's when your office is open. But you are very qualified for that job, but maybe you perform better at night. You're a night owl or a morning person, and you can work outside of those hours, and it offers you that flexibility.
Yep.
There's a better chance of succeeding. I work from home, and my job is very monotonous. So by the end of the day, I'm fading fast. When I can flex time to the weekend, and I work those 2 hours on the weekend, I am banging out work like you wouldn't believe.
Wow.
So I agree that it depends on your setup, your vetting, your hiring practices, but also to offer that flexibility to not be limited to only, if that office is open at that time, then you're limited to that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I thought that the old school way of thinking, generally tends you to think, oh well, yeah, if you're not in the office. But it was interesting to hear all the comments of why maybe that isn't the best.
Right.
And if your dad doesn't know you're working 2 hours on the weekend, he doesn't interrupt you.
Oh, see that?
Yeah, now I know those.
There you go, Emily, heir apparent Emily. That's what we'll call her from now on. Heir apparent Emily. Yeah, I like that. So the Schooner Festival is coming up. The boat parade is on Saturday, and we have a graphic for that. Go to Gloucester Boat Parade on Facebook, Boat Parade of Lights, and there's all the information. You don't have to register. The best place to view it, in my opinion, is in between the mile mark. Thank you guys so much.
Jimmy will be
Have a blast.
the best fireworks.
Yeah, thank you.
The best place to watch it is in between the mile marker and the Cut Bridge, in my opinion, and then go. The fireworks are going to be absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Thank you for Patrick. How many shares do we have?
We are at 7, only 7. And
7
while
shares.
we are waiting for the last minute share, I want to remind everybody that the Woman to Woman Drive ends at the end of this week. So if you want to donate a number of items that are listed for women in the military, they can be dropped off at the Veterans Office during regular hours or Colleen's Gifts during the regular hours.
Okay.
Ends at the end of this week.
And today is the Brazilian Festival today.
It is.
Yes, Brazilian Festival. I'm sure that's going to be a really good time. I'm not sure if you go to the Cape Ann Museum Facebook page, they'll have information about that. Actually, I think we've shared their post as well.
So the prize today is a Schooner Fest t-shirt that can be picked up at Maritime Gloucester, and they are open from 10 to 4 every day.
You're underselling it. It's a special edition Schooner Festival t-shirt.
That's not the picture she sent me. So I'm not
So you get a
positive
slightly used,
I'm
stained Schooner Festival.
not positive which shirt, because there's a couple of versions.
Yeah, the stained, the one that had a little tear in the sleeve.
I believe.
Pull.
This is
The hem was falling out.
Has the Super Bowl losers on it.
Yeah. There you go, that one. Yeah. So there's that. Thank you for the donation, Mike DeCosta. Thank you very much. It is not the special edition one, Carol.
Okay.
Carol
That's
says.
that's-
Mike DeCosta would have gave us the special edition one, but apparently, so for 7 shares.
7.
Okay, 7 shares. Here we go. And live as we do it. Oh, thank you for that. Number four.
Pam Doty.
Pam Doty. Pam, you got to pick it up. Expect it to be. Pat, you never put the picture up on the podcast, the one that Carol sent you.
No, because I thought it was the same as the one that was already in there, but it's not.
But it's not. Okay, good.
So,
Thank you for you coming
you.
down. Thank you
Seriously,
guys for
thank
you. Annie will be at. Go one more time. Run through it quick.
Yes, The Cut, Friday, Gloucester's. Doors at 7:30, show at 8:30. Charlie Weld is opening, and you can visit thecutlive.com for tickets or my website, anniebrobstmusic.com.
And you?
Hot Tub Piranhas, 6 o'clock, Saturday of Labor Day weekend. We'll break for the parade of lights and the fireworks.
Bring cash.
Bring
Bring
it.
cash. Bring cash.
I'm gonna be.
We
doing
have a
conga
QR
line
code right
through-
there on one of the banners. They can donate
We're
to
gonna do
either event.
Conga line through the crowd with a donation bucket. I want everybody in that line.
Yeah.
Pass me a dollar for it.
And what's Wednesday, Joey? At the Cut. Booty vote.
Booty Vortex.
Oh, big booty vortex.
Big, yeah.
Big booty.
I'm ready.
Big booty. Yeah. Pat decided she's gonna boycott that. It's because her daughter planned the birthday party for the 2-year-old on the same week as her most favorite weekend of the year in Gloucester. She has to go to Pennsylvania. So
Wow.
her ungrateful daughter planned this terrible event. And we'd like to thank Patrick Hurd for hosting us here today. The Bloody Marys are off the chart. I have got to try that salmon dish that he mentioned, and we love the space. And thank you so much for him to bringing stability to Rocky Neck, because we love this place. So we are going to go out with our friend. Now, you're going to be able to see how we do this.
Oh,
See,
gosh.
whenever I mention you at the end of the podcast, wait.
Yeah, I hope you hit the.
I'm not going
That'd
to
be really
phone.
fun.
I'm not going to phone.
Don't put your knees up. That will scare people.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, there-
And it's this one. I know this one.
Okay.
Annie Brobst signing out.